Ford asked Trudeau to suspend arrival of international students. Canada banned flights from India and Pakistan. And people are avoiding quarantine. This is the Great White North Report. Okay, so 2 days ago, Premier Ford of Ontario apparently sent a request to Trudeau asking him to suspend arrival international students for the upcoming summer semester. And he's doing it in an effort to slow the spread of the CCP virus. Now, he was the only premier to do so, because let's face it, most international students the majority of them do come to Ontario, and Ontario's been particularly hard hit by the variants of the CCP virus. Now, Premier Ford is completely correct to do this, as we are in a pandemic, and I don't even know why these students are allowed to come in the first place. Totally ridiculous. We're in a pandemic. I know people want to try and be normal, but the last thing we need is international students coming across borders when most Canadians can't even travel outside of anywhere. Why are we bringing people in? Why are we doing that? Why are we allowing international students to come in? Yes, they have quarantine in hotels, but that's not exactly a guarantee either. Now, the Premier also wanted the federal government to institute hotel quarantines for those crossing into Canada at land borders, meaning the United States. Trudeau said there are already tight controls at land borders, including tests before and after crossing and a mandatory 2-week quarantine. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Now, the Council of Ontario Universities, of course, he defends international students because they bring new perspectives. No, they don't, and ideas to the province. Not really. Often staying after graduation to build lives and careers here. I'd like to see the statistics on that, because I know a lot of the ones from mainland China do not stay here, and they go back home. Basically, our university system just wants the money from foreign international students. They pay a lot to come here. So this goes hand in hand with the Canadian ban on flights from India and Pakistan for 30 days. After all, the Indian variant. Amazing, that's not racist to say the Indian variant, but it's racist to say the China virus. Because of the variant that's in India, we've banned flights from India and Pakistan for 30 days. No problem with that. Should have been done anyway. Commercial flights should have been banned for a long time. And people are stupid traveling during a pandemic. For non-essential goods, you don't need to travel right now. I know the airlines and hotels are being hammered. I used to work in the hotel industry. I was a pandemic casualty as my department downsized. I know full well how hard it is. The hotels are getting hammered. Now, it's about time they did something about that, but I think it's a little too late because the variant's already here in Canada, and we've dropped the ball again by allowing commercial flights. Cargo flights, no problem. Then we have to worry about air passengers who depart from India, Pakistan, but arrive in Canada via a third country. So they'll need to produce a negative result. But that could take, they could get it on the plane themselves. So we should have been banning non-essential flight for a while. Now, a lot of people are actually using the U.S.-Canada land border to avoid quarantine hotels. Land travelers have to quarantine, but not at a hotel like those traveling by air. This guy in the picture walked across the Rainbow Bridge into Canada on the morning of April 15th after flying from LA to Buffalo. He'd been using the land crossing instead of flying directly to Toronto to avoid quarantine hotel stay that is mandatory for air travelers. So he's obviously found a loophole in the system, and a lot of them are doing that. This is why you close the borders. Places like New Zealand and Taiwan did that right away, as well as many smaller places. They have no cases, or very few. Taiwan sitting right next to mainland China, and they've had only 12 deaths. While China, who knows how many they've really had, because they're not giving accurate numbers. Going back to the students, this man from India has the CCP virus, and he's stuck in a hotel quarantine for days without medical help. Well, why did you come here in the first place? He was on the last flight allowed into Canada. I would have canceled my flight and stayed home. But no. Now he wants the Canadian government to support him and other international travelers coming into Canada. When you're the stupid one who decided to come in the first place. Why is he coming here? Because he's got a study permit enrolled in marketing management at Seneca College. What, you can't do that online? Or you can't do that in your own home country? Are you serious? How stupid are you? It's a pandemic. Stay home. Get a job. Do something. College can wait. Or find something in your own country or take it online. My son did online college. He was supposed to go to W.H.O, but decided to do online instead. And he's working full time. So he thinks he got it at the Delhi airport. Probably could have got it from the taxi driver. Whatever. He said he did a COVID test 2 years before the flight. So then it comes out that hundreds of travelers to Canada test positive for the CCP variants. And it's no surprise. A lot of cases down my way, they get it from people from Toronto coming down. In a nutshell, don't travel anywhere when you don't need to. And this goes back all the way to the start of the CCP pandemic, when our own Dr. Theresa Tam, who's our Chief Public Health Officer and a member of the World Health Organization, said that closing the borders was not necessary during the year, and how wrong she was. And yet she still has a job. She didn't close the borders until mid-March and the CCP virus was already well established in Canada. Thank you so much, Dr. Theresa Tam, you and the entire World Health Organization. So people definitely should not be traveling during a pandemic, because that's how it spreads to all the corners of the globe. But because we have a prime minister who's a globalist plus a progressive, doesn't make for good measure there. We need someone that protects Canadians, not worrying about the international community or what the far left thinks. So I'm with Ford on that one, suspending the arrival of international students. But they shouldn't be allowed in. Pure and simple. They can do it online. But anyway, any Canadians out there, let me know what you guys think about the travel restrictions that are in place now for international flights. Should we be allowing international students into Canada? Should we not be halting all international flights until we get a real handle on the pandemic? Leave your comments in the comment section, hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.